Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys I'm going to be profiling for you my Trickstar deck. This is a deck that I've wanted to play for quite some time, ever since I saw it in the OCG. And I just like this deck overall. It looks really cool and it's really awesome to play. The only burn deck I've ever played is Chain Burn a couple times here or there throughout Yu-Gi-Oh's history when I don't like the meta. But this is a deck built around burning your opponent, and it's quite interesting to actually play a deck that's not Chain Burn. The deck is easily disrupted though, so things like Ghost Ogre, things like Ghost Ash, they can stop this deck. So when I built the deck, I wanted to put some recovery options in the deck in case things happen. The deck overall is pretty much a one-trick pony, however. You burn your opponent, you make your opponent draw cards. That's how it works. They draw cards, you burn them. They draw more cards, you burn them to death. That is how it works. So until more Trickstars come out down the road, I know there's a Bloody Mary. That's going to be changed, the name, but there's other cards out there. So the deck will get probably some support throughout the Vrain's era. I can't wait to play it some more. But so far I've been playing it online the last 2-3 weeks, and I just built the deck about a day or two ago after I ordered the cards a week or so ago. So without further ado, let's get started. I've been wanting to play this deck, you have no idea for how long, even before it was even meta, and I just saw the artwork and I was like, oh my gosh. K-pop. That's literally the first thing that came ahead. My girlfriend's like, oh my gosh, it's a K-pop deck. But whatever. So we got Trickstar Candina. Trickstar Candina is literally your Stratos of the deck per se. You can help search out your spell cards, your trap cards, whatever. The other effect is whenever your opponent activates a spell or trap card, after it resolves, you get to burn them for 200. So your Stratos of the deck, and is actually my favorite one. Artwork wise, my favorite one, because it just burns my opponent to death all the time, is Trickstar Lycoris. Now these two go together with Chain Summoning, which we'll talk about when we get to Chain Summoning here. But this card's really awesome. I'll read you the effect. Quick effect. You can reveal this card from your hand, then target one Trickstar monster you control except Trickstar Lycoris. Special summon this card, and if you do, return that monster to the hand. Each time a card or cards is added to your opponent's hand, inflict 200 damage. So, overall, if you have two Trickstar Lycorises on the field and the field spell, you're doing what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're doing 600 damage per card they drew. And that's not including if you got Dark Room Nightmare or gosh knows what else. But for each card they draw, you're inflicting 600 damage. So, yeah, very good. Next we run two Trickstar Lilybell. Now Lilybell, a lot of people like running Lilybell as a 3 of. I prefer 2 of Lilybell. It's a really good card, however. Sometimes I end games with her, however, but what she does is if this card is added to your hand except by drawing it, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only use this effect of Trickstar Lilybell once per turn. So if you add her, you can sometimes, what I've done, the main way I've added her is either through Candina or the field spell, which is really good. And this card can attack you directly. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can target one Trickstar monster in the graveyard, add it to your hand. So she helps recursion and recycling plays. But I like her as a 2 of, not a 3 of, as most people do. Because she can sometimes get clunky in the hand, which is something you don't want in this deck. You want consistency, consistency, consistency. Then we run the triple Drill and Lockbird play, and we'll talk more about how this play works in a bit. People have been asking how does this work, is it really a good play? It is really good, especially if you're going off on your opponent's turn. But Drill and Lockbird works really, really well in the deck, especially with Reincarnation and some of the other cards we'll talk about. Then we run one Max C because Max C is still at 1. If Max C gets hit, replace it with something else. There's a bunch of different cards you could replace in the deck, probably with some more Trickstar stuff down the line. You could tech it in as a 1 of, but I definitely like the 1 Max C. It works out well on the deck. Then we run the 3 Chain Summoning. Now, Chain Summoning is a really, really good card in this deck. And people have been a little confused as to how it works. So let me show you. So say we open up, where are they at? This hand right here. Now, you do have to keep in mind, you can search out either one of these two through the field spell card. So, if you didn't have the Candina, you can search out the field spell card. If you don't have the Lycoris, you can search it out through the field spell card. Do keep that in mind. So, what you do here, and this is from my understanding of what a judge told me how this works. You normal summon the Candina, alright? You search, as the search is proceeding, the search is activating, you chain the Lycoris. Then you chain the Chain Summoning, which is a link 3. You'll get the search off Candina. You'll go back to your hand. Now you can normal summon again. Normal summon again. Get another search. Continue on with your combo plays. From what I understand, that is how it works. If I am wrong, please don't shoot the messenger, but that's what my judge friend that told me how it works. And he explained to me a little bit about the Drill and Lockbird play, how that functions properly. I just wanted to make sure before I played the deck, like, oh, these are the correct rulings. But if I was told wrong, don't shoot me. Next up, we got 3 Dark Room of Nightmare. Amazing card. This card can get stacked. Holy Moses, this card's amazing. I haven't used it since old Chainburn days. I have 2 of my old supers from Pharaonic. What is it? Pharaonic PGD. That's Pharaonic. Oh my god, that's old. I think Pharaonic Guardian, I think. But yeah, this card, you know, is amazing because for each time your opponent takes, like, say they take 600 burn damage. Well, now they're going to take, for that one card they drew, they're going to take another 300 damage. And then if they drew another card off, you know, say you did Reincarnation and they drew 6 cards or 5 cards. So in addition to all that Lycoris stuff and the field spell, that 600, they're taking 300 more damage for each one of those cards. So that's, for each card now, they're taking 6, 7, 8, 900 damage for each of that one of those cards now. That's a lot. And they stack, so that makes it double amazing. So 3 Dark Room of Nightmare. Then we run triple Terraforming. If Terraforming was to get hit, run that new trap card that's coming out down the road, I think in the next set. It's amazing because Terraforming works well with this for thinning your deck out with Trickstar Stage. So I'm going to read you Stage and I'm going to explain to you how it works overall in the deck. When this card is activated, you can add 1 Trickstar monster from your deck to your hand. It does not say once per turn. Do keep in mind that. It does not say you can activate this, you know, only search once per turn using that effect. Once per turn, you can target 1 set card in your opponent's spell or trap zone. While this card is in the field zone, that said card can't be activated. That really comes in handy, believe me, until the end phase. And your opponent must activate it during the end phase, or else is sent to the graveyard. Each time a Trickstar monster you control inflicts battle damage or effect damage to your opponent, they take 200 damage. So, if you open up Devil Stage or Terraforming Stage or whatever the combo here, you're pretty much having 2 searches. Because this is literally a rota for your monsters. You can go like Trickstar Stage, search Candina. Activate another Trickstar Stage, search Lycoris. I got the Chain Summoning play now, so now I can go off like that. So you have 3 Terraforming. And if Terraforming gets hit to 2 or 1, just run one of the other trap cards. The trap card that's coming out next set. Next we run 3 Contract with Dawn Thousand. Now some people don't like this. And I understand why. It's not an amazing card, but consistency is key in this deck. I cannot emphasize that enough. So, what it does here, when this card is activated, both players lose 1,000 life points. Okay, awesome. That's 1,000 less that you have to burn. Great. Next thing, and if they do, each draws 1 card. Okay, well, they're going to take 1,000 life points, and they're also going to lose 600 to 900 because of burn damage. Okay, take 1,900 damage just for one card. Okay, while a player's spell card in the hand is revealed by this card effect, the player can't normal summon / set monster. Okay, let me read that part there. All cards that are drawn while this card's effect is applied must remain revealed, which you don't really care about. While a player's spell card is in their hand is revealed by this effect, the player can't normal summon / set monsters. You can only activate one contract with down 1,000 per turn. Yeah. So yeah, it's been pretty good. I was reading something there I didn't notice before, but yeah, it works out very well in the deck for consistency plays, which is really nice. Next, we got 2 double summon. People don't like running double summon because they got chain summoning, but in the off chance that you don't, I do like the double summon, and I like 2 double summon for that reason. It's nice to have. You can run this if you want to. You can maybe play around with the ratio, depending upon the ban list, and put different hand traps in. I would say run hand traps because the deck, hand traps would really help, like if you had Ghost Dash, but I don't. Next you have your Pop Desires and your Upstart Goblin. More consistency. Pot is good because you run a lot of 3-ofs, it's fine. Upstart, more consistency. Soul Charge and Regeki. Regeki clearing the board, getting around problems that they may have. Especially if you're playing randomly against DDD and they just... you know where I'm going with that. It sucks. But Soul Charge, it's in case your opponent wipes your board or does something to your board. You can Soul Charge your pieces back and finish off burning them. It's helpful. So Soul Charge and Regeki. Soul Charge is a recovery play, especially in this deck. Then we run the... I love the artwork of this deck. 3 Trickstar Reincarnation. Reincarnation's amazing. If you guys don't know what it does, I will read it to you. Banish your opponent's entire hand, and if they do, then draw the same number of cards. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 Trickstar monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Helps with recovery plays. Next we run 2 Disturbance Strategy. People don't know what this card is. This is a very old card from PGT as well. A lot of burn cards I'm noticing came from that set the more I go back in history and remember what actually came out of it. Your opponent puts all cards in his or her hand back in his or her deck. This deck is then shuffled. Your opponent then draws the same number of cards that you put in the deck. And the reason we run this is because it's not once per turn, which is nice. Then lastly, we run 2 Present Card. Now, Present Card, if you're wondering what it does, I'll read it to you. Your opponent discards their entire hand, then draws 5 cards. You can only activate 1 Present Card per turn. So the reason, if you're wondering why we run Present Card instead of multiple Disturbance Strategy, is because if you look at it in this aspect, your opponent has to draw 5. If they don't have 5 cards in your hand, that's more burn damage. While Disturbance Strategy is good if they're going first. And the cool thing is you can activate, if you draw either one, you know, like one of each, that's fine. Or a combination of any of these, that's fine. But you don't want to draw multiples of something you can't activate more than once per turn. That's the reason. So Reincarnation, amazing, and some more draw power for your opponent as you burn them to death. Right? Lovely day. And if you guys don't know, Drill and Lockbird works with all 3 of those from what I understand. So Disturbance Strategy, Reincarnation, Present Card. After they do everything, you just Drill and Lockbird them for the most part, which is nice. Then we run 3 Trickstar Holy Angel. Good card. You can easily go into this if you need to, for the most part. Double Firewall Dragon. You usually just use 1, but it's there in case. Your Topological Bomber Dragon. Your double Gaia Saber. And your Decode Tucker. So, pretty much, you don't need all these. You could use probably 2, 1, 1, 1, 1 of each. But sometimes you find yourself going for multiple, you know, especially if it's off a Soul Charge play or something of that nature. But Holy Angel is very good. Then we run some other cards that you can finish your opponent off if something happens. Your number 82 Heartland Drago, sometimes you'll make it. Your Gaga Cowboy, sometimes you'll make it to finish your opponent off. Your Tornado Dragon, your Utopia package. Your Utopia package. These are definitely essential, and this is too, because you can blow up their back row before you do something. And this can finish them off. And then we also have one more card, number 47, Nightmare Shark. You guys may be familiar with that card if you used to play Burning Abyss. So, that is the deck profile, guys. I hope you all enjoy it. The extra deck you won't usually go into a lot. You'll mainly stay in the main deck and just do what the deck does. I do apologize if I misspoke about any different things in the deck. You know, oh, this is how it does, but it doesn't do it that way. I'm still learning the deck. But I've tested it online. I've talked to some judge friends to make sure I understand how it works and functions. And this is how I understand it. So I hope you guys all enjoyed it, though, however. And please leave a thumbs up. And till next time, guys, take care. Have fun dueling. Good luck dueling. I'll see you next time. And go Trickstars and go Blue Angel. Take care, everybody.